Hi guys, Carly here. Thank you for once again tuning into my YouTube channel. Before I start this video, can I just say how amazing you guys are. My last video that I done, so many of you guys watched it and liked it, and it meant the absolute world to me. I was absolutely blown away that so many people would even want to watch it. So I cannot thank you guys enough for your support with the last video. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said in my last video, this week I'm going to do the first of a three-parter videos. So we're doing talking about the girls of Glee and ranking them from favourite to least favourite, and next week we will do the boys, and then the following week we will do supporting cast and characters. Now, I'm just going to do one bit disclaimer in this before I start, so I'm not doing it in every one of these next few videos. Just a quick one. If I say something about a character or something about their voice or the person in general and you don't agree with me, please do not take it offensively. It's just my opinions and what I think. You don't have to agree with them, of course you don't, but they're my opinion. Also, I want to just quickly point out before I start this video quickly, because I can see I'm rambling already so much, but actually the supporting characters I've included as the season 6, some of the season 6 characters, because I know what people are thinking, but they were some of the main characters in season 6. So I don't want to go into too much, but I'm talking like the season 6 newbie kids, and the reason I decided to include them in the supporting characters is because I didn't feel like they had much time on the show. They were only in it for one season, and they didn't really have that many defining storylines for me, so I've included them as supporting characters opposed to with the girls or boys. You might not agree with that, but that's the way I'm going to do it. So without further ado, let's get into the video, guys. Okay, so starting at number 8 and making my way back to my all-time favourite girl. I know this is going to be such a controversial list, I feel like, and I know so many people are going to disagree with me with who I say it's my worst girl. It's Mercedes, and I know people are going to be screaming at the screen now, why do you dislike Mercedes? She's a queen, she's iconic. I can hear you all now. For me, I really liked Mercedes in season 1 and even season 2. I thought she was a really nice person, really kind and caring, and you know, she was a really good friend. I'm not denying that. But then season 3 hit and she kind of got a bit more, not like Rachel, like wanting to do it for the reason. She was doing stuff out of spite, if you get what I mean. And I know people are thinking, well, what did she do out of spite? I don't like the way in season 3 she quit New Directions, which is like fair enough. Like, she wasn't getting her time that she wanted and she said she was going to leave. Like, she went through with that, which is very good and well, good for her. But then she signed up to Rachel's mum, Shelby, well, her birth mum, her club, and I do think because she gave up the part in West Side Story, because she didn't want to share it with Rachel, even though Rachel was willing to share it. And I think it's a shame with Mercedes, because the reason, and I know you're all thinking, oh, but you know, Rachel is horrible, because I know you all know who my favourite character is, Rachel, of all time, and I know you're all screaming, well, why do you like Rachel 100% more than Mercedes? She's done exactly the same, a lot more. And I know what you're saying, but I'll actually explain it when I get to Rachel. But I actually think Rachel had a lot of growth and kind of grew as a person, whereas I think Mercedes reverted. I actually think she started as a really good person and she got quite too big for her boots almost. And not to say she shouldn't have aspirations, because she is amazing and she's got such a amazing voice, but she didn't really have any growth as a character. In fact, like I said, she reverted. So for me, that's why Mercedes is at number 8. Okay, number 7 is Marley. Now, I was really tossing whether to put Marley in with supporting characters, because she was only really in it for like season 4 and a bit of season 5, but I actually think that Marley had some really important storylines that she told, and that's why she made it. I think Marley deserved a bit more time, but I think the problem with Marley and why she is still so low on my list is because I think, like a lot of the season 4 newbies, they try to replicate the original characters in them but put a spin on them in different ways, and I think for me, loving Rachel, they just tried too hard and it made me not hate, that's a strong word, dislike Marley even more. But saying that, Marley has an amazing voice. She is so talented. I do wish they'd done more with her on the show, but I think that was their biggest downfall, was they tried to replicate the iconic original characters, and I don't think anyone was ever going to be able to really truly do that. Okay, number 6 on the list is Tina. I wanted to put Tina higher because I actually do like Tina as a character. I think she is so talented when they do allow her to sing like a full song without cutting her off or doing the most annoying thing, which is why she did this so low on my list, is put her into a cry and weep every time. I hate that they done that to her. Why did they make Tina such a like strong character at the start, like goth, like stands her ground, and then all of a sudden she just went like, and she just cried at every chance she got. I never understood it, or why the writers done that. But saying that, Tina has an amazing voice when she is actually allowed to sing, and I do wish they'd given her more chances on the shows, because I think she's got an amazing voice, and I think she's super talented, but I don't think her full potential was shown on that show. Okay, at number 5 is Kitty. Now, if you'd got me to make this video a few years ago, there was no way Kitty would be that high on the list, because Kitty was never one of my favourite characters, but the more I watch it recently, the more I'm like, yes, I love Kitty. I don't like Kitty in season 4 when she's being really mean to Marley, and she, you know, she like alters her outfit so she makes Marley have an eating disorder. I don't like her then, but anytime after she, like, I think it's like after the school shooting kind of episodes, I really do like Kitty. I'm so happy they brought her back for season 6, because when I heard all the Glee kids got transferred out, I was like, oh no. But I'm so happy they kept Becca Tobin, who plays Kitty, on. I'm so happy. I think she really played a bigger part in season 6. I think she done it so well. I'm so happy she did that. I wish they'd had more Wild Brands though, because I loved Wild Brands. I think our Wild Brands is absolutely iconic, and I do wish they had done more, but I know that was never going to happen. But it was so cute, and I do think, do you know what, she should have had more songs, because again, she's another one of those characters that has an absolutely stunning voice, but they just didn't show the full potential with her voice on the show. Okay, we're up to our top 4. So at number 4 is Brittany. I love Brittany. She is hilarious, some of the stuff she comes out with. But one thing I never really understood with Brittany is, and I don't mean this horribly, she went from being like the dumb blonde who who thought like storks, babies came from storks, to like this absolute genius. Like, I never really understood that. Like, I know Heather Morris was pregnant in real life and they had to write her out the story, but I just never really understood that storyline. Like, it was just it didn't make sense in any way. But saying that, I love Brittany. She's such an incredible dancer. I don't know if her voice, as good as it is, I don't know if it's my favourite voice, saying that, but she's an incredible dancer. She kills it with the dancing on the show, and she is just so funny the way she delivers like the lines on the show, like, I spent the holidays down the sewers. I was like, what? It's just, she's hilarious. I love her. And I love, like, even though with like Quinn, not Quinn, with Santana and things, like, she's, even if she was with Artie at the time, she's always had her heart for Santana, and I'm so happy they ended up together in the end. Which brings me to number 3. Who's number 3? It's Quinn. I love Quinn. Season 1, I loved Quinn. I felt so sorry for her season 1, and I think she really learned her lesson. And then season 2, I didn't like Quinn. And then season 3, oh, I love Quinn. The growth she had in season 3, and kind of when she was there for season 4 and even 5 for a little bit, was incredible. She really grew as a person, and that's what I really like in the characters that are my top 3, because they really did grow as people, and I think she had one of the biggest character developments personally. I know some people won't agree with that, but she is just, and her voice is so underrated. It is beautiful, her voice. I wish they'd done more songs. I sometimes felt like with her they didn't give her songs that necessarily suited her voice 100%. But saying that, I think she's absolutely incredible and so talented. Okay, number 2 is Santana. Oh, again, she's just one of those characters that had such amazing growth, and I love Santana. I love how she's not afraid to stand up for her friends. I love how she's not afraid to stand up for herself. I love how she literally has everyone's back all the time. She is such an incredible friend, and you know, not so much season 1 or even 2, but I feel like season 3 and 4, after she came out and said, you know, I like girls, and got with Brittany, I feel like she really grew as a person, and I really love Santana. I think she has got a killer, amazing set of vocals. She is so incredibly talented, and I love her. If Rachel was not a character on the show, she would be number 1. Okay, and at number 1, as I've just said, it is Rachel. I love Rachel with all my heart, and I know people are going, oh my god, why do you like Rachel? She's this, she's that, she's this. Look, I know season 1, Rachel, and even season 2 when she sent Sunshine to the crack house, she wasn't that great of a person, but I feel like after a few episodes she really started to progress, and I think she, for me, had the biggest character development. Like, she started off like the show with this mantra, just me. She didn't care about anyone but herself, and like, if you really look at the show, she was caring for her friends. She helped Sam with the modelling job. You know, she really did become a good person in the end. And I mean, she, for goodness sake, she went from being all me to being Kurt and Blaine's surrogate by the end of the season. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it yet, but you should have seen it if you're watching this video, I imagine. But she's just incredible. Her voice is out of this world. I get goosebumps whenever I hear her sing. She blows my mind with how talented she is. She is just incredible. I absolutely love her and the way she is. I can understand why she is the way she is sometimes, but you know what, I wouldn't change her, because she wouldn't be Rachel without it. And that is it, guys. That is the girls of Glee. I hope you enjoyed this video. Next week I will be back with part 2, which are the boys of Glee. So we're talking all the boys of Glee next week. I really do hope you guys are staying safe and well. Thank you so much for all your support, like I said on the last video. Let's see if we can do the same with this one. It would mean the absolute world to me if we could. If you did, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below, guys. Alright guys, see you, bye.